All right, we're going live here. We're getting ready to go. It's feeling good. Another day, another dollar here on One Mic. And you know what it is. It's March Madness, y'all. Hey, make sure if you have a chance, go to Real Sports Guys Facebook page. We'll probably get it up here on realsportsguys.com, but the tourney challenge is back. The tourney challenge is back, y'all. But this year it's going to be better than ever. Whoever wins it gets to take home the belt. It's going to be like the Stanley Cup. We're going to put your name on it. You get to hold it on for a year. You get to go around, take pictures wherever you want to take pictures. Make sure that, we're trying to have a family show. So wherever you take the pictures with the belt, you can do that. So you better come get it, because one of us in RSG, we think we're going to keep the belt. See, if we get the belt, we're going to keep the belt. We're going to have it on every show, just reminding y'all that y'all could not get down with us. That's part of the challenge. You got to beat this crew right here. Because if we win it, the belt going to stay in-house, and we're going to show up on the show with the belt like the champ on it. But we taking this to another level. We're going to have a championship belt for the winner of the challenge. It's been a great kind of event. We've had all kinds of people involved in it. And so, if you get a chance to, we'll be posting it on our Real Sports Guys Facebook page. We already got something up there. We'll put it all over. We'll get out on Twitter. But join us. It's always a fun time. We'll talk a lot of junk. And so today, we're going to talk a little bit March Madness and get in the house with that. Before I do that, though, I got to bring my co-host in the building. We used to be four in the building, but now we jumped down. What's that? The OJs had three. We don't jump down or something like that, but we still gonna harmonize. We got my man Hammer in the building. How you doing, Southside?
Man, Southside representing, doing great, man. I'm proud of Juwan Howard, Big Ten Coach of the Year, and also not taking that smack. I mean, you gotta be civil sometimes. You gotta be Southside. Him and Turgeon got into it. That was Southside. That's how he's a survivor, bro. That's how we survived the South, bro.
We definitely gonna talk more about that. That was classic Howard, and I loved his explanation. That's what makes him so great, because he didn't duck anything. He said, "Let me get this out the way first," so he could, because he wanted to make sure everybody was clear. He, as my boy Sean Frazier would say, he wanted to let you see his good eye when he said it. So he wanted to make sure everybody was clear about what was going on down there. And we got my boy Junior over here, Darnell Kirkland Jr., wearing that Lincoln, playing tribute. Look at you. What's up, youngin?
Hey man, same old. Back to the old grind, but always no complaints, man. Always, like I always say, another day above ground. We don't really have bad days. Either you live or you learn.
Amen.
Yeah. And watch the Lincoln game today, and today we learned.
Today we learned, and we're about to learn more. It's about in the fourth man in our band is my man Hank Davis. He in the witness protection program. We're trying to get him out, but he will be back when we show up again. We got love for him. We'll just have to do this one without him and keep it moving. Before we begin the show, you heard across the sports world, we just a lot of just death. But when the young people pass away, Keyshawn Johnson's daughter passed away, and he announced it on the show on Monday, and just want to send condolences to him and his family. Just, I have a daughter that's a little bit older than his daughter, and just to think about waking up and not having someone there that was there and you raised, you watched from day one, that's got to be just heartbreaking. And, anytime we have something that, affects us across the sports world, I think we just all got to rally around our brothers and sisters as they go through that. So I just want to say that from all of us at Real Sports Guys, Keisha family, we thinking about you, and we all here, and just, wishing you well through this as much as you can. It's something you can never get over, but you just know that you got people you need to lean on. So we just want to be
back at 5 a.m, Keyshawn. So that's why I wake up, I turn on KJZ all day. So
they do their thing. So we happy that we can just be here to support you, brother. Be here to support you. And then we thought it was gonna come. We thought there was gonna be a memo. We thought there was gonna be a fax, but then it came from the kids. Drew Brees said he's gonna call it quits, and a lot of debate about where he fits into the rankings of quarterbacks of all time, and we can debate that on a later day. But I get this is important to just reflect on Drew Brees, especially for us coming from the Midwest. He played in the Big Ten, played at Purdue. We had a chance to kind of see him in some ways grow up and then watch him go play football in the pros, and watch him work through injury and all the things that happened in Miami that probably would have kept Saban in Miami, and then he ends up in New Orleans, and it's just with Katrina, he just has he's someone that opened the door for quarterbacks in a whole different way. But just wanted a chance to reflect on, as y'all heard Drew Brees' retirement, just kind of what did you think Drew Brees really meant to the game? Let me start with the young and Darnell, who the football, our football guy, our guru down here. What's going on, man?
Hey, first and foremost, Brees is my guy. Like, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks always. Growing up, you mentioned him playing at Purdue. That was a little before my time, man. I don't really remember him playing at Purdue.
I saw him play live.
I remember.
Yeah.
My earliest memories of Purdue was like, I think it was Kyle Bowler. What was it?
Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton.
Yeah.
Well, which one played with? There was a pitcher.
Bowler played with Cal. And then Orton played with Purdue.
So which one? There was a pitcher that played for the Cubs.
That was Kyle.
No. His name's not Kyle. He was a wide receiver.
Oh, Samardzija, bro.
Yeah, Jeff Samardzija. I remember him. He used to play for Purdue. But
he played for Dame, bro. He played for Purdue.
He didn't play for Purdue?
No, he played for Dame.
Okay.
He was the game
that was
with
when I was like 5-6
Reggie
years
Bush
old.
and Brady Quinn. Remember Brady Quinn?
Never mind. This is a whole different.
I was in a bar in DC. There was almost a fight in there, man. It was Notre Dame and USC almost had a brawl at ESPN zone, man.
That's a whole different side of my childhood right there. Notre Dame versus Ohio State in 05. But yeah, Drew Brees, like you said, he changed history. Like, if Drew Brees goes to Miami, what does Alabama turn into without Nick Saban? Drew Brees is also one of the poster childs for shorter quarterbacks. Before Russell Wilson, there was like, oh, can this short quarterback make it? Can he be like Drew Brees? And then now they say about Russell Wilson, but like, he's and if you bring on top of that, the spread, like the heavy passing attack offense with the Saints and Sean Payton, they were doing that in a time where not everybody was doing it. So I think that's his impact, that's his legacy. He was the fantasy football type quarterback, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's his impact on the game.
All right, Hammer.
I mean, like Darnell said, impact of the game. He and Peyton, came together to change the game, and also he had a rebirth. We talk about we gave shout out to Keyshawn. Keyshawn in the radio game, he was down in the TV game and came back up. Now he's up. So Brees the same thing. Brees was franchise. He got hurt. They already drafted Phil Rivers, let him go. They saw his career was over. Like Darnell said, Miami failed. He failed the physical. I don't know why, but he failed the physical, and then got to New Orleans. The rest is history, and really changed the game. But he was always. I saw him play live against the Badgers. My third year of law school last year, and there's one of the best performances I've ever seen. He threw like 80 passes. It was crazy. So, and that Joe Tiller offense was just off the chain. And they really changed the game with Purdue as far as the spread offense, and put the spread offense. They moved it to the big time because the spread offense is really, it started in Houston with David Klingler and Jack Purdue, and now they moved it to the big time. And so it was great to see that, because I just never seen a Big Ten game where cats didn't want to run the ball. Cats was throwing screen pass. I like he's getting in, but yeah, pro career again. He was as Darnell said, he represented the shorter quarterback, represented the quarterback with the spread offense, and really they were innovative in how they attack. But during the end of his career, I'm gonna be blunt out there. I was disappointed in him last year. We attacked his fellow players. I lost respect for him, and we know why he did that. And he did a 180 because he's getting his TV gig now. So I just wonder. I hear about him being the heir apparent to Collinsworth, or not that impressed with him as a I know they've mocked him, trialed him, whatever you call it, in the studio, but he had come off to me as being a really good announcer at first. So we'll see. So I think he's suspect TV announcer.
We try to give him his flowers, Hammer. You always
I give him his flowers. He's a great quarterback.
Then you want to stamp on his flowers. Like we try to get
great quarterback.
Darnell.
I cannot.
Darnell, we are trying to get a brother his flowers today. Tomorrow we can hammer him. Tomorrow we can. Darnell's doing shaking his head. This segment was about giving his flowers.
Five-side talk. Great.
I was going to give you a segment to give his flowers.
Great quarterback.
Let his flowers bloom. Let his flowers bloom.
His life to live. I'm saying that.
Let his flowers bloom.
I saw him play live, but I did not like the way he threw his teammates under the bus at the end of the year. I wouldn't be. You brought me in the show to have integrity, bro. And so he was a great quarterback. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. But
I am okay. But there's time and place, Hammer.
There's time and place.
Like now, we want to try to give him his flowers. You get
people talked about that during the flowers too as well.
You gave him flowers with extra thorns. You gave him
flowers come with thorns.
Cyanide. You like here's your flower.
No, I'm not putting down the man as a great quarterback. I mean, the passing champion of all time as far as yards, but I cannot lie. I'm not going to be sitting there like, oh, I'm crazy about Drew Brees. No, I don't like the way, again, you're not a good teammate. And at the end of his career, like I said, a lot of lost opportunities. But, he's a great quarterback.
But I would say even in that situation, your actions speak louder words. His commitment to what he did in New Orleans,
Devon, that's about him.
Give him
NBC contract.
No. It's just not. It's not. Hold up. Before that, with Katrina, he was very involved. He's been very.
I agree, but Katrina was 15 years ago, bro.
But I'm saying he's always been pretty involved in the community, regardless of what that. He's still involved in the community.
Dude, we've been part of teams.
He was involved in the community before all that. But his deeds before that.
I run a team.
But look at it. But look at it. I'm saying you cannot say he hasn't been committed to all aspects of New Orleans.
He's been committed. I said,
he said something he shouldn't have said. Backed up on his deeds, his money, his resources. I'm like Killer Mike. Where do you spend his money? He spends his money to support things. Right. So he didn't spend his money after the fact. He was spending money well before the fact. So if we're gonna tell the story, tell the story.
Tell the story. I mean, people know about it. But you gotta tell them the whole story.
He wasn't like the receiver over there at Philadelphia just saying something crazy. No,
he wasn't saying something crazy.
Who ain't never invested in the community.
But don't do it one yard. Stand by what he said.
Yeah. He was taking more of a patriotic lens in his mind. And he was, but his deeds. I'm on the deeds thing.
I ain't taking away his deeds.
I'm just trying to make sure we represent it properly.
Tremendous thing. Yeah, I represent. He did tremendous. He's going to continue to do tremendous things for New Orleans. Yeah, he's a great father. He's a great husband.
Yes. And he took that. And he took that castor oil. That's what they like him. He had to take that castor oil. And he took this castor oil. Sometimes you got to take that. We all got to take that every once in a while in our life.
Yeah, we take that. Like I said, I took it, man. I said Aaron Jones wouldn't go with the Packers. I was wrong. He's with the Packers.
He with the Packers. Now, looking forward, it looks like they're going to hitch their ride to the Jameis Winston in the Hill bandwagon. That seems to be the strategy right now. I know they've been, I know they were talking about Russell and things like that, but it appears that, they saw some stuff from Jameis, who, threw a lot of, threw some touchdowns, but threw some interceptions. He got a lot of skill, but, if there's anybody who could probably get his arms around him, maybe that's Sean Payton. So that's the strategy going forward. We don't know how that's going to play out. We don't know if they're done, but they at least got, it looks like a bridge strategy coming out of this Drew Brees retirement.
Russell will be their quarterback in 2022. I mean, they're not going to trade Russell because dead cap hits $39 million. So that would just be stupid for Seattle to. I mean, Pete Carroll's 69 years old. He wants to take one more crack at it. So
they'll figure it out. Yeah, they'll figure that out. And your Bears, we didn't have it on the rundown.
They all need to be fired. They need to be fired.
The Bears realizing they couldn't do that for Russell. They went.
They weren't going to get Russell. I mean, we had no assets to get Russell. They're talking about they're going to trade Khalil Mack and Kyle Fuller Come on, man. You gonna trade your strength to the team? I mean, we had the second best defense during the Pace Nagy era.
So what they decided was they went and got their Trent Dilfer.
No, he ain't Trent Dilfer.
Y'all supposed to have that defense
he's
Baltimore. They went and got their Trent Dilfer. That's what they
should have gotten. They should have gotten David Crown.
Why you and Michael Wilbon getting mad? Why you and Michael Wilbon getting mad? He might be a Trent Dilfer.
Well, I hope he is. I hope he is, but I don't see it. I saw him in Dallas last year, going 4-5.
But he had to overcome too much in Dallas. He had to overcome that crazy defense. He
had great weapons though, bro.
He ain't Marino.
Reason why? I mean,
Prescott should give him. Is Andy Dalton better than Mr. Trubisky?
Oh, by far. I would take him over Mitch.
What does he do better than Mr.
I think he makes plays. I think he makes fewer mistakes, and
he's not as mobile as Mitch.
But he can make fewer mistakes. Right. You can spread things around with him. He can consume a lot more information. They can't run full things.
Nick Foles be the quarterback half.
I think their problem is they didn't use their running backs right. They didn't use personnel.
That's going to change with Tom Herman.
So Tom Herman could be helpful.
Nagy's still in the club. If Tom Herman becomes an interim coach, yeah, I mean, we'll do it right. But I don't trust Matt Nagy. I don't trust Ryan. Look at Leonard Floyd just got a big deal. They couldn't develop Leonard Floyd. I mean, Leonard Floyd is a beast, and he did nothing with the Bears, and he did great things with LA, and now he got a nice. I mean, Kevin White signing, Adam Shaheen. He just a terrible Mike Glennon. I mean, Brian Pace is the worst GM in professional football. There's no question about it.
I'm not gonna argue with you on that. He looked like he confused and deranged, but that's okay. We'll have a lot of fun. We can talk about the Bears. We'll have a lot of laughs over this thing. Or he might say, "I told you so." We'll see. We'll see what happens.
He said about Trubisky. He said about Drew Brees. He said Trubisky was Drew Brees with better accuracy. Yeah, I heard that with better accuracy. That's a guy. I mean, that's criminal.
I said crazy, deranged, didn't I?
Yeah, no, well, he was with Mickey Loomis. The bottom line with Mickey Loomis is that just because you sit next to a guy, you get a cup of coffee, don't mean you can do his job. So that's what Ryan Pace was apparently doing. He don't know football.
Well, the Bears brass thought they were trying to cut some money and save beginning. All right, let's go into the boxing game. We got Joshua and Fury. It's on. It's on. Young and I know it's on. It's time to get your chops going. I know you saw the announcement. How you feeling?
Hey, I'll believe it when I see it. They say it's signed, but I don't know. But anyways,
why wouldn't it happen?
This fight's cool.
I respect all that money. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
I'll see it. Hey, I'm
gonna game busted. Why wouldn't it happen? I mean,
I'm gonna wait and see. They've been saying for like the last year or so. Oh, this fight how much money talking about with that being signed. It's this close to being signed. Oh, this something falls apart. And this,
Yeah. I mean, dude, like the last fighting thing I saw, I ain't gonna lie, the full event, because I ain't boxing, but I ain't gonna lie, but I saw Tyson, I saw Wilder Fury in the theater. They almost had a fight in there, bro. I'm like, I gotta go to theaters more often and see boxing, especially after this pandemic. I was like, I was getting hyped up. I was like, these cats were cussing people out. They were about to fight up in there. I was like, this is in Madison too. I'm like, I can go to one in Chicago. Start shooting. So yeah. I'm like,
so does Joshua have a chance? That's the question.
You said, does he have a chance?
Joshua got that. He glass Joe sometimes.
Man,
he can box. I think he can do all the things that give Fury a problem, but his jaw. He's got.
I think that's disrespectful. He says jaw. Tyson Fury's not a puncher.
But if Tyson Fury put people out, something happened. He get with them Detroit cats. He don't change his stance. He got them.
I don't believe it.
You don't hung out. You don't hung out there on 7 Mile.
I don't believe it. I think Tyson Fury is going to wear him out, and I think it depends on the way he wants to do it, because I think if he tries to box Anthony Joshua, he can outbox Anthony Joshua. And if he tries to push Anthony Joshua back, he's going to be too big, because Tyson Fury is going to come into the ring 30 pounds heavier than Anthony Joshua. Yeah. So he's going to be able to wear him down, lean on him and stuff. And I think I'm picking Tyson Fury for sure in this fight.
Me too.
All right.
He's a beast.
And then we got Ruiz and Wilder might be coming through the mix to try to see whoever wins that fight could take on the winner of Fury and Joshua. That Ruiz and Wilder could be an interesting fight because Ruiz is no joke. I mean, I don't know about Wilder. Wilder might have to he's going to tap him because if he gets into, I mean, this cat can box. He got heart. I don't know, Darnell. Talk to me about this one. I don't know if this
Wilder is going to destroy Andrew Ruiz.
You think so?
He's going to destroy. Andrew Ruiz got to get close to him. You got to realize that Wilder's problem is, especially when he fought Fury, he's not used to being the smaller man. He's usually the taller guy in the ring. But when he's going against a guy like Andrew Ruiz is going to have to come in and he's going to then Wilder's going to stick that jab out on him, and all he's going to do is be measuring for the right hand all day. And when it lands, it's over. He's not getting up.
All right. I
agree with him on that.
Tough.
Yeah, because the problem was Fury's just so massive. What, 6'9", 300?
6'9", 280.
Yeah, it just I saw that fight because I know the game. I was like, that dude's that big. I'm like, dang, I see him. And Castro, when he was hitting Wilder, Castro just like jumped out that chair, man, fell down in the aisles. They were just cutting up, man. I was like, man, I missed the fight game.
Ooh. I'm like, well, we'll keep an eye on these two big fights, heavyweight division. We'll keep it rolling. All right, we're gonna get into the cipher. It's March Madness.
We talking about boxing, so
we're not gonna spend too much.
We be crooks, right? We be crooks.
So I'll be remiss if I didn't mention the great Marvin Hagler.
Oh, we gotta mention.
Oh yeah, we gotta mention Marvin.
Right. I was gonna use that as a close, though. I was gonna use that.
You were?
But we'll let you drop the mic. Actually, we'll let you drop the mic, Marvin.
Marvin, drop the mic.
We'll give the Marvin. We're gonna let you drop the mic and talk about it. See, this is how we do it. We don't have a Hank in the building. We're gonna bring the young in there. We're gonna flip it. You drop the mic with Marvin. All right.
Pass the baton. Yeah, pass the baton.
We're gonna pass the baton to you.
Yeah.
That's it. And for me I had it, and you keep me good, man. That's what I'm trying to get you on the executive producer side, but you messed around. You stay in school.
You better get on it, man.
We'll get the cipher going. It's madness, boy. It's madness here. And we want to spend a little time around this because we're going to be talking junk the rest of the time. We're going to be talking junk for the next couple of weeks about the madness. But, it's opening weekend. It's a holiday. I take Thursday and Friday off. That's my own holiday. It's official holiday.
Take off Friday, man.
Annually, I got to do that. You're not going to work me too hard anymore. I'm trying to get my mind right, trying to get my psyche right. I'm trying to do me. And this year, we missed it last year, so I'm saying I'm going to get the full. Now, normally, before that, I have to connect with my guys down at RBI. What's up, everybody? But we can't see you for another year. We won't be able to see it the March Madness of next year because I'm not coming out there this year. But we have to check that out later. But usually I have a ritual. I get together, Hammer and all the fellas. We always that job.
2022, homie. 2022.
We're gonna do it. So we might just have to do this. We have to just do it on Zoom this time around. But
love Rockford, man. Love Rockford.
Love it.
I'm hating on Rockford.
Rock Vegas. Rock Vegas. I miss
more diversity.
That's what I'm talking about. So I always want to figure out who the sleepers. And the way I look, sleepers are 5 seed and higher. I should say 5 seed and below, but it's 5 seed and higher. Was really on the rundown. So that's kind of how I look at a sleeper. Somebody who's at the 5 or higher, not lower. And so when y'all think about sleepers for this, seeing how things break down, who do y'all have?
Loyola, Chicago, bro, all day.
Loyola, Chicago. Why is that?
Serious run.
We got the system.
They're well coached. They're well coached. And the bottom line, they're a veteran club. And I think that Illinois looks great on paper. I think that I take.
But aren't they playing Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I think I got them upset in Illinois in the second round. Yeah,
that's going to be a trial. The Georgia Tech defense is so hard to play against.
It is, but I think they had a late season run. I'm not impressed with Georgia Tech. But Pastner saved his job with a late season run, but he's not that good. I mean, I'll take Paul Moisler over most of these coaches in also the talent he has. And maybe about the great thing about people who love college basketball, there's an equalizer. That's the slowing down of the game as well as the coaching. And so
but I don't see them beating Illinois. Illinois is like Illinois is can play defense. They can win
They
on bad
can, but
nights. They got too much.
Dude coming off the what do you call it, the mask, whatever. Like
Yeah,
I
but he's
said,
still playing.
he playing, but
They got my young
again,
man from Puerto
I believe in
Rico. No,
Loyola,
they
man. I
at
believe in
point guard.
Loyola. I
They
believe Sister
yeah.
Keaton.
Oh,
I believe
all
Sister
right.
They got
Keaton,
too much.
man.
All right, there. Oh,
They got Frazier too. They got
yeah, they got too much
Other
for
people
him.
had Wildcats too when they made their run 3 years ago, man. Again, I believe in Loyola. They're gonna be they're a veteran team. They're together, and like I said, I ain't being a homer. I mean, I love my Chicago teams, but yeah, Loyola's my pick.
All
Loyola and
right,
Loyola,
all
man.
right, all right. I'm on you. All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Who you got?
so is this the sleeper to win a game or to make
To make a
full-
little run. They got to
Make
make
a
a run.
run.
That's a sleeper.
Yeah.
Now to win a game, that ain't sleeping. That's
How far? Hey,
sleeping.
how big of a seed do I got to be a sleeper?
Sleepers
He
got
said
5. I
or
said
0,
5 and higher.
5 or lower, man.
5 and high.
I
Oh, I
said
got
5 or higher. I should say 5 or
Yeah,
higher.
higher,
I
higher.
got Cade. I got Cade Cunningham.
What are they
They're
at?
a 4 seed, bro.
They're
Force it
I
for
thought they were
5 or
6.
higher. So 5, 6, 7. Yep, 5 up.
Wait, let me look this up to be sure. Let me look this up to be
All
sure.
right, while you look this up, go do the team I got is Maryland. And the reason why is Maryland, like Ayala. I watched Ayala play in Madison a couple times. He can ball. He was hurt for a stretch where they were struggling. He back. He can ball. They got the defensive player of the year, Marcel. They get after it. They were 6-3 down the stretch in the Big Ten. I think they can give problems. I think they're gonna get UConn here in the first round. That's gonna be a tough struggle. But after that, I think the Terps can go. Now, the only problem is Turgeon better not show up and see Juwan anymore. That's the only loss he's going to take. He's going to take an L in the hallway if he try to do that. But other than that, he got them boys hungry, ready to fight. I think Maryland is a team that, they got some quality quad one wins, played in the Big Ten. They beat Illinois without Ayala. So I would say I think the Terps can make a run. I like them to, I could see them, if they get on the right run, I could see them getting into the Elite Eight, just because they got the right kinds of stuff they can put together, and I think they got the right matchups to try and make that run. So that's a team that I think can do it. Who do you got, Youngin?
All right, I got Ohio. I really like their point guard.
Yeah,
point guard is a great player. I didn't pick him though, but their point guard's a great player. Yes.
And if we know anything about college basketball, especially the tournament, they say it's a guard's game. Yeah. And I think if he gets hot, well, he already had like a hot season, but if he can propel him to a run, especially against a Virginia team that's slower. If they get past them, I think they can beat Creighton in the second round. So, and then the side of the bracket they're on, they might run into. They got Gonzaga. Never mind. They got Gonzaga. I don't think that's a deep run, but I'm rocking with them.
All right. So, and I'm trying to figure out which one I want to pick.
I think I'm going chalk for most of this. March for this bracket. For the most part, I don't really see a whole bunch of upsets happening.
Yeah, that's what Vegas. I was surprised looking at the Vegas odds, and they had just all chalk. I was stunned at just some of the odds.
I was filling out my bracket, and I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, they. You look at Vegas odds; they're like all chalk, bro. I was like, that's why I had to look at something else to assess, because I was going to look at Vegas odds for it. I was like, nah, man, this is all
right. So you're looking at this. Who do you got in your Final Four? We'll start with Darnell. You got your Final Four yet?
Oh man, I'm sorry. I actually did not. Wait, I filled it out before, so I'm gonna look at it, see if I have the same, if I can get it perfect.
I can tell you mine. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, and then
Go ahead, Amber.
I got all the ones except for Illinois, Houston. That's what I have. So I got Gonzaga, Michigan, Baylor, and Houston. That's my Final Four.
All right. Brackets I'm looking at. I love to pick Michigan, man, but I just don't. If they don't have livers, I'm not sure about them, man. Because
step it up, bro.
France isn't playing the way I want him to play.
Man, not yet, bro. Jeez, bro.
You talked me into it because I either had Ohio State or I had Florida State or I had Michigan, but I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with Gonzaga, Michigan, Ohio State against Illinois, and then I got Gonzaga against Ohio State, and then Gonzaga winning.
Wow.
I got Gonzaga winning too. Yeah. Gonzaga Baylor winning.
Yeah. Hey, so actually, I had all the 1 seeds. Now that I look at it, I literally had all.
Yeah. Again, that's where the money's at, bro. I mean, you look at the odds. I was looking at the odds, and I mean, Vegas is like chalk. I mean, like the tournament seemed like they sat down with the bookies and like, let's deal. I was looking at the odds, and I was like,
part of it is staying in the bubble and not having a lot of changes. And
true, yeah. I had
it's almost like the NBA,
and I had Illinois playing Gonzaga and beating them in the championship game.
Yeah. I had one scenario where I had Illinois actually beating Gonzaga, but I just think Mark Few, if he gets going, he's got a great point guard who's competitive.
Jalen Suggs can go.
Suggs, he played football. He's got a mentality.
He was a quarterback.
Pick of the draft. Yeah.
Quarterback. He's got something about him. He's excited about March Madness. This is why I say the difference between coming to college and going to the G League. The exposure these kids are getting in the way. He was excited about doing this run and what it's going to mean for him, just the exposure and how people are going to get to know him from a marketing standpoint. It's just, you can't beat, this is pre-marketing. You can't,
G League, man.
You can't get it, every once in a while they're showing up on ESPN, but nobody know that. They ain't getting no love like that. Cave and them getting all the love. Like this is, when you're talking about shoe contracts and everything else, I mean, they're getting followings right now. This is what it's about. And they're
their brand, connected to their brand, yeah.
Their brand is going. You can't put a price on that. And I love the G.
Like Michigan State now, everyone gets sponsored now. It's sponsored by Michigan State. So
it's
sponsored by Rocket Mortgage,
Rocket Mortgage. Ain't that your boy though from Cleveland, Cavs, or he's not?
Yeah, that's dude.
He got his money everywhere. Gilbert got his money everywhere, right?
He wasn't well, so I hope he's all right, man. He wasn't well for him.
Wow.
You hear about that? He was sick.
No, I didn't hear that. We ain't wishing nothing on nobody.
Sick, man. Yeah, he was sick, dude.
We ain't wishing nothing on nobody.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't wishing nothing at all. Just saying,
Yeah.
He's well. I think he's well now. He and LeBron get the same. It might be trouble. Yeah, that's okay.
All right, y'all. So I was going to ask the question, but it seemed like this is not going to apply to youngin, but which number one is most vulnerable? And for me, I think Baylor is a vulnerable number one. I didn't have them coming through. I think they're a great team. I think they could be vulnerable. Michigan's vulnerable to me. I'm a fan of them, trying to go, but I think Baylor's a vulnerable number one. I think they're one. Everybody wants to support them, but I just think there's something about them that might make them vulnerable.
Yeah, I think Michigan is the most vulnerable because I see that possible round three matchup with Florida State, and Florida State's going to be a tough matchup. They got a lot of
that's going to be a tough. Yeah, that's going to be a tough
matchup. I mean, when you see Michigan struggle this year, they struggle with teams that can deny the ball from Hunter Dickinson. Yeah. And Florida State, they have three 7-footers on the team, and they have length all the way across. Because when Scotty Barnes, the freshman, he comes off the bench, and he's probably the best player on the team. But when he comes off the bench, he's a 6'9"
like Patrick Williams last year.
He guards point guard. He played with Cade Cunningham at Montverde. But when he plays, he guards at 6'9", kind of like a Ben Simmons type. And pretty much the whole lineup will be 6'6" and up, all long bodies. And mature bodies as well. It's not just like tall, skinny dudes.
If they have livers, they're gonna space them and cause problems.
Liver's not gonna be there.
But if he's not gonna be there,
stress fracture. They don't know. Like, there's still rumors he might be able to play later in the line.
Now, Franz play like he's supposed to play.
Franz is not a dog. I tell you.
But he's not a dog. That's what he's missing.
He ain't like Moritz. He ain't like Moritz. Right. He ain't like Moritz.
He ain't like his brother. He ain't got that dog.
No.
But to me, I think he got more skill. He just ain't got enough dog in it. If that show up, then they got something. Because he got unlimited range. If he gets his games, when he get into his mix, that you in trouble. He's just an equalizer, and then everybody else can feed off of it.
I think that's why I think he's having a great tournament myself. I think he can really open up. I think he's gonna make up for livers.
But how is he gonna deal with somebody that's just as long as him, just as big and just as long as him?
I think Southside Dewan gonna run up some plays with Coach Martelli. You can laugh if you want to. Coach Martelli, that was the greatest hire.
The South Side is not in Franz Wagner. I'm sorry. This is not in.
You don't know. Dewan might drop him in the hood over the summer, man, with a mask on, be like, hey.
The summer is too late. It's called March Madness.
No, I'm talking about last summer. Dropped him in the hood, 89th and Euclid, where I live, man. He been straight there, man. Shoot.
But I also think although you can say they deny the bigs, he's a big that's hard to play. People as they talk about the Big Ten, nobody scouts like the Big Ten scouts. So when you're playing in the Big Ten, you see, okay, Michigan's struggling. First of all, you got some of the best bigs in the country playing in the Big Ten. When you talk about that he's going up against, he's a freshman going up against them.
Travion Williams.
Yeah, I mean, you across the board. Yeah,
I know his family.
Yeah, all those. So then when you got to see him for the first time, he's a tough cover. And I think that's one. And and they got some, and they got some backup. So I think
he's a tough cover for sure. But they're gonna make it hard for him to get the ball. Yeah. For him to get the touches.
Yeah. But I think if you don't see him for the first time, you forget how quick, how slick he is.
Yeah.
Those are things that get. And they got a point guard.
It works both ways. Not every team in the Big Ten is as long as Florida State is.
That's it.
Florida State is longer than NBA teams.
But you got a veteran point guard, who
a veteran point guard is going to be guarded by a 6'9" dude that's going to be blocking his vision.
And he's been doing work all season. So I feel you. I think they vulnerable, but I think the key is those cats are going to play. Will Franz play where he's supposed to play? Right. If he's just scoring 15 a game, that's not where he's supposed to play. If he's trying to be a lottery, in this time, he's going to be G Rice on this. He's going to hit the 20s.
I think he's going to come in
like that. If he come with it, they open his game up. You know what I'm saying? But I like Illinois. I mean, Illinois got some dogs, man. I hate to. I know my boy Steve Bardo, my boy PJ Bowman, them. I know they happy. All them cats are smiling battle. These are some dogs. These are some cats that they can stand up and be proud of. I watched them. When I saw them in Maui, I said, these are the college version of the New York Knicks. I'm like, where's Anthony Mason at? But they couldn't score. Now they can score, and they try to give it to you on the other end. And that big fella in the middle, you paid a price. It's Shakulik down there. He barbecue chicken everybody down there and just be banging them. Sometimes I'm like, ain't you gonna call a foul? But he hit you with his hips and he move you. Like, they got some dogs on that squad. I'm just thinking, you gonna have to, and the coach is focused. And those kids, I watched them in Maui. It was a tough tournament for them to play in, but they play hard for me. At that point, I'm like, man, he get a couple more players, he gonna start winning. Because Illinois, if you can recruit Illinois in basketball, he started getting some pieces coming in.
Yeah, Simeon, you got Frazier. Yeah, I don't trust Underwood though. Underwood's not done a good run. I don't trust him.
They bought now. But right now, I watched him coach, and he's a good coach. I watched him coach.
He's a coach, but is he tournament ready? We'll see.
They all got to learn to be tournament ready. I mean, I
guess Loyola's tournament ready. Loyola's tournament ready. Loyola's tournament ready.
Loyola got higher power with them, but they ain't tournament ready. They got
get you buy you a Loyola shirt on.
What make them tournament ready is they got a whole bunch of master's level students playing basketball. I understand it.
Amen. That's
They like the cats on the court, the old cats play the gym, but they forgot. They walk into the gym with some other cats like, we see you for what you are. And I'm telling you, when I watch that kid, that point guard from Georgia Tech.
We get that group text. I'll be like, told you.
Yeah, when I watch a young man from Georgia Tech crying,
Chi-town,
saying I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to be here. My daughter up in the stands watching me. I'm saying, this young man is going to be good enough. And you can't put the ball down nowhere around him. Even to player of the year at point guard in the ACC, you can't do nothing. That defense they play that defense. I watched that defense. I was confused trying to watch it. They're going to be a tough out, man. And Loyal's great, but man, when somebody's saying he playing, it's And you got the kind of coach, even though he got the Valvano to him. You know, he's saying hi to people in the studios. That stuff is made for March Madness. He got at least 2 games in him just for television in Georgia. So we'll see. We'll see. I think, you know, everybody wants to see the sister. I'm all for it. Who am I? I'm okay. And I want to pick Loyola Chicago. I want to pick Cleveland State. But I said, look, that Georgia Tech, I can't do it. I can't do it. So we'll see. We'll be
trusted list, bro.
But we're gonna close it down. This is great. This is a special moment for us in RSG. A lot of different ways. We bring it. See, we all about the intergenerational dynamics. We all about this stuff. We do pay attention to who's the eldest in the room, but there are times when the youth need to have the last word. We got to respect that. And we've been bringing this youngin' along, and he's earned his stripes to drop the mic, especially on this special occasion. So we're gonna give it to Darnell. And hold up, let me do this right, man. We want to make sure
set him up.
We gotta set you up right. We gotta set you up right. Now they want to act a fool. They gotta set you up right so we can all just boom. All right.
So, marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvelous Marvin Hagler was the epitome of a blue-collar superstar. He was the epitome of the American dream. This man is a man that had to work for everything that he had. He was a man that he was robbed several times. He had to scratch and claw for his championship. He won the title in 1980 against Alan Minter. But before that, he fought for the title in 79 against where's my guy? Jesus Christ. Versus Vito Antuofermo. He fought a guy named Vito Antuofermo overseas, and they robbed him. He was beating the man up, and he had to stick to it. But he ended up fighting like a good 30, 40 fights before he even got a title shot. Nobody wanted to fight this man. Great Joe Frazier went up and told him, he said, Marvin, you got 3 strikes against you. You're southpaw, you're black, and you're good. That means a lot of guys are not going to want to fight you. So this guy, he was looking to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard was he's the golden boy. He was the guy. He was the heir apparent to Muhammad Ali. He was the next coming. He won in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? He had to smile. He had all the commercials, and he had to wait on that fight because Sugar Ray Leonard he had the detached retina like everybody knows, but a lot of people don't remember Sugar Ray Leonard embarrassed him. In 1982, he had like this press conference almost. He invited Marvin Hagler there, and he said, and he was trying to position it as they're going to announce that they're going to fight. But what ended up happening was he said, you know what, me and Marvin Hagler, it will be a great fight, but too bad it will never happen. All right, you guys, God bless. So it built up this animosity between the two. So it's just another notch in that story. But then he fought Tommy Hearns, gave us the greatest 3 rounds in boxing history. Probably the greatest round 1 in history as well. But these guys were just 2 of the greats. I mean, when you look at Marvin Hagler, he fought everybody. He fought the who's who of boxers at the top. He fought Duran. He fought Leonard. He fought Hearns. He fought John Mugabe. I mean, that's something you don't really see a lot from today. And with Marvin Hagler, he left us with a message that we can all take. If first you don't succeed, try again. Like Jim Valvano used to always say, don't give up. Don't ever give up.